but you gotta sing along at home. Everybody knows this one. Here we go. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Civvy to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed, a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed, a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. I think we should do that again a little bit faster. Here we go. This feels more like Hanukkah. It's got to be up-tempo. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, I'll give you a treat. Civvy to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed, a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed, a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Here we go. We'll try it in a language that I do not speak. Oy Hanukkah, ayom tefashena, halastika afreiliker nito noch ashena, alle Nachten dreidlich spielen mir, zudik heißen latkes est on a schier, geschwinder, 10 Kinder, die Dinikalit kelech on. Sind al Hanissim, lockig vor die Nissim und kommt Gicker Tanz in und kommt. Sind al Hanissim, lockig vor die Nissim und kommt Gicker Tanz in und kommt. I hope we don't have any fluent Yiddish speakers out there that think I just butchered it. It's a beautiful language, really. Let's go back to singing it the way everybody knows. Oh Hanukkah, light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Civvy to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed, a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed, a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Happy Hanukkah.
That was awesome, Josh. I thought you did a fabulous job with the Yiddish. I'm not a Yiddish speaker either, but having listened to lots of it as a kid from my father, it was.
It's cool. Okay, thanks.
So we are now going to light our Hanukkah candles because, of course, we usher in Shabbat with our Shabbat candles. And of course, we don't then light something after we've already ushered in Shabbat. So we always start with our Hanukkah candles on Shabbat evening. And there's a beautiful melody to this blessing. It was amazing. Last night, I got to celebrate Hanukkah with my son, my 2.5-year-old, my niece, who is about 3.5, and my nephew, who's a little bit beyond the age of 1. And my niece, I pulled out my Hanukkah, and my sister said, "Do you know what this is called?" And she said, "It's a Kia," which was amazing because she knew it wasn't a menorah, it was a Hanukkah. But then I said, there's a special song, there's a special blessing we sing with this, because this is the first time she's been old enough to speak for us to have this conversation. And I started lighting the candles, and she said, happy birthday. So obviously there's some education that needs to go on, but it was amazing anyway. So for all of you who are celebrating this, maybe for the first time with little ones or first time for yourself, this is our shamash. This is our helper candle that lights in the middle. And when we put in our candles, we go from right to left. But when we light, we go from left to right. So I'm going to sing the blessings for you, light the candles, and hopefully you've got your Chanukiot with you as well. And you can light with me while I sing the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Hanukkah. And then there's a second blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu mayamim hahem b'zman hazeh. All right. And now, of course, we usher in our Shabbat with the lighting of our Shabbat candles. So if you have those with you as well, go ahead and bring them out and light with me. There we go. Everybody can see. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. And for our symbol of joy, our wine, we sing Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher l'tziat mitzrayim Kivanu bacharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim ve'shabbat kodshecha ve'ava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. L'chaim. And finally, if you have a challah in front of you, or maybe a sufganiyah, even though there's a different blessing for that actually, but something bread-like, go ahead and pull that out and sing with me our motzi, our blessing for God bringing bread forth, or at least the materials to make up bread from the earth. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. All right, so we'll go straight into our Lachadodi, welcoming our Shabbat beloved tonight as we welcome in our Shabbat and our festival of Hanukkah.
Lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela. Halecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'libo echad hishmiyanu el hamyuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad v'shemu tiferet ve'letzila. Lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelecha ki mikor habracha mirosh mikedem nesucha. סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת מקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת מקבלה. התעוררי התעוררי באורך קומי אורי 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 שיר דברי. כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת מקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת מקבלה. בואי בשלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה בואי כלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת מקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת מקבלה.
Tonight we're going to head straight into our Baruch, and we're hoping that part of tonight is going to be full of light and joy, and we're going to include another Hanukkah song a little bit later. So we're just going to go straight in to our call to worship, our Baruch on page 28. Please join with us.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yalla la la la, yalla la la la, yalla la. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la la. Barechu et Adonai hamevorach.
be seated. So in celebration of the coming of the nighttime, in which we are able to light these beautiful candles and just bask in their light. The Hanukkah candles aren't supposed to be used for anything. They're just supposed to be looked at. And the miracle of the oil that lasted for 8 full days and nights is something that we're just supposed to bask in the beauty and the glory of. So as you have your Chanukiot lit tonight, make sure you put them up in your window. We are supposed to use that as an announcement of this amazing miracle. And I'm sure for many of your neighbors, seeing that light shining in the darkness will bring them also a sense of joy, even if this isn't their holiday, even if it isn't the Festival of Lights. For them, it is a beautiful reminder of God's miracles. So we are giving thanks tonight for our coming of the nighttime with our Ma'ariv Aravim. Please join us.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, and day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night turns to day, and day turns to night. Boreon v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, and day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, and day turns to night. Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ariv Haravim.
So I want you to take a moment. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to think of all of these things this week, all of the stresses, but also joys, the joys and the oys. And I want you to breathe them in, breathe them out, clear your mind, and join us in the words of our Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
There את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך, הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך מרתם בשיטתך בביתך ובקומך, ושרתם להות על ידך, והיו תותפות בין עיניך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. So now our song of the sea. We celebrate so many different miracles all on a Shabbat evening that also encompasses Hanukkah. And so we celebrate the miracle of freedom, of redemption, of self-determination and liberation all at the same time.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, hi. Ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nehedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot oseh pele, nora tehilot עושה פלא. יא לה לה לה, יא לה 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 לה לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, היי, יא לה 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 לה. Who is like you? Like you, Adonai. Who is like you, Adonai? Last time. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, hi. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Who is like you?
And now we turn to the words of our Amidah, our standing prayer, and we thank God for our ability to declare praise. We ask God for that opening of our lips so that we can make that declaration out loud. So we rise.
Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi agite
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibur ve'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Mekone Hakol Vezocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot Umevi Gula Lifnei V'nehem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah Atagibur le'olam Adonai, mechayei hakol atarav lehoshia, mashiv haruach umorid hagashem, mechalkel chaim bechesed, mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim berofech holim, umatir hasurim. Umekayem emunato lishenei afar michamocha bal gevurot umidom elach melech memit umechaye umatzmiach Yeshua v'neheman ata lachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai mechayei hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kedoshim b'chol yom yalalu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. We'll continue with the words of Vishamru, giving thanks for this beautiful day of Shabbat.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. שבת ויהי נפש.
We take a few moments for our own silent prayers tonight. And when you're done, please feel free to be seated.
Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha Tasim. יצאו מלך אדום לכו השלום כי יצאו מלך אדום לכו השלום שלום רעה על ישראל עמך תשים טוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים
So tonight we are thinking of all of those folks in our community who are in need of God's blessing of healing, of comfort, of wholeness, of shalom and shalom. And we're especially thinking of everyone who is suffering right now with COVID-19. There are so many out there who are sick. There are so many who are dying. And we ask God for the bravery to face this illness and to also offer comfort to those who are suffering. So together we ask for blessings over Valentina Derkovsky, Azrael Early, Rohan Early, Tara Landry, Myra Masig, Patricia Shapiro, Orly Sherman, Amy Thornton, Deborah Newmans is Castingay, Lindsay Robinson, Laura Armstrong, Stacy Hetzel, Diane Turner, Michael Sirkenpool, Jacqueline Tara Smith, Kalina Suzawa, Deborah Rose, Sid Rubin, Liliana Oxsmith, Hans Wheel, Phil Grinker, Benjamin Dominitz, Terry Callett, Pam Shane Johnson, Eileen Kreisman, Ronnie Haber, Mark Beeler, Sherry Schnabel, Carlene Ackerman, Scott Bush, Lisa Bush, Sarah Rose, Mary Ann Witten, and Mary Wilhite. If there's somebody else that you're thinking of tonight, keep their names and their wellness in mind as we sing together our Mishberach prayer.
מי שבירך אבותינו אברהם יצחק ויעקב שרה רבקה רחל ולאה, הוא יברך וירפא את החולים. מי שבירה אמותינו, אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, שרה, רבקה, רחל ולאה, הוא יברך וירפא את החולים. אל נא רפא לה, אל נא רפא לה, אל נא רפא לה, אל נא רפא לה. If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I like to do is save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure, and then again I would spend them with you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things that you want to do once you find them. I looked around enough to know you're the one that I want to go through time with. Mi shebeira avoteinu, Abraham, Yitzchak v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel ולאה, הוא יברך וירפא את החולים. Rabbi, you're muted.
It has to happen every once in a while just to remind us that this isn't the normal way of doing things. So tonight, I just wanted to share with you a little bit about some of my musings around Hanukkah and how the holiday has sort of grown and evolved for me. As a rabbinical student going into school, of course, Hanukkah has always been a big part of Jewish observance in the United States, but I had never really realized that in Israel, it almost passes without any notice. It's just kind of a blip. And that's because it's a pretty minor holiday. And the reason around that is you can search our entire Tanakh and the story of the Maccabees and the story of the oil that lasted 8 days. It's not in there. Actually, the book of Maccabees is in what we call the Apocrypha, which is not part of our sacred canon. We know it's an important work, an important piece that has to do with Jewish sovereignty and liberation. But the interesting thing about the book of Maccabees, and when we studied this with our clergy-led Torah study group, this blew some people's minds. There is no mention in the book of Maccabees about the miracle that lasted 8 days. There's no mention about the oil, and there's no mention about God's divine intervention at any point in the story. And this is so important. And this is perhaps the one thing that Israelis do latch onto. It's so important because the Hanukkah holiday, or the holiday of Hanukkah, is meant to highlight our own personal aegis, our own human abilities, the things that we can do ourselves without looking towards divine intervention to get those things done. There's a song, a famous Israeli folk song called Anu Nosim Lapidim. And it talks, one of the lines in it says, "There was no miracle, there was no cruse of oil. The miracle was we did it ourselves." And although our ancient rabbis dismissed the holiday of Hanukkah because there wasn't this divine intervention, and they actually made up this idea of the oil and the miracle of it lasting 8 days in order to put God back into the story, God doesn't appear. But God appears in the form of human intervention. It appears in the soul of the Maccabees, fighting for what they feel is right, rededicating the temple and saying, this is important to us. We're not just going to let this go. And for me, Hanukkah is really lifting up so many important Jewish values. So I know that you guys have all heard the phrase from Pirkei Avot, if I am not for myself, who will be for me? If I am only for myself, then what am I? And if not now, when? And that's all about taking care of ourselves, but also doing the work needed to take care of others and make sure that we don't make ourselves always the priority, and to do it right now. I think it's so uplifting to think that this holiday really celebrates that we have the opportunity to fix the things that we see broken in our world, and we don't have to wait for God to fix it. I know that not long ago, I saw posted outside a church on their little message board. It said, bring your problems to the Lord and leave them there. That is not a Jewish concept in any way, shape, or form. We are supposed to do the work in partnership with God. It is upon us. It's incumbent upon us. Another phrase that I think is really indicative of the Jewish value of working for what we believe in is you are not required to complete the work, but neither are you free to desist from it. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to fix everything yourself, but you personally have to do the work. You can't just complain. You can't just worry. You have to be willing to take on the onus of making the world a better place, of improving your own life and the life of others. So as you go into this holiday, I want you to consider all of the ways in which your life could be better by putting in a little bit more of your own Tselem Elohim, your own personal divine spark, and creating the kind of world that you want to live in. And for all of our little ones who are experiencing this holiday for the first time, let them be a reminder to you of how special these holidays can be and the message that they can bring to us if we're willing to see them with new and fresh eyes. I've been enjoying so much watching my son and the little ones running around my house, excited by just looking at the candles when we light them or singing the songs. Or, I mean, my son has literally eaten his weight in guilt. And once the kids get older, you can't pawn these things off on them. Usually because they're parv. But I think it's so important to think of the themes of the holiday and make that something special and renew it each year. So Ken Hi Ratzon, I hope that is your will and the divine will for this special season as we go into the year 2021, and with the hope that it is much, much better than 2020. So I just have a couple of announcements to make. Some of you have expressed that you are enjoying our Shabbat morning services and the interactive nature of them via Zoom. And what we're going to do starting in January is we're going to also be doing our Shabbat evening via Zoom for those who want to participate. But we will also be simultaneously live streaming the service both to Facebook and YouTube. For those who don't use Facebook, we'll be doing YouTube. For those who need closed captioning, YouTube has that ability to turn that on and off. So both services, Friday night and Saturday morning, will be via Zoom and participatory for those who would like, and will be live streamed for those who would like to watch them on their own time. So be looking forward to that in the beginning of January. Tomorrow night, Rabbi Molly has put together a wonderful concert with Dan Nichols. I hope you all can join us. Please look at your weekly e-newsletter for that. And there are a bunch of fun Hanukkah resources that both Jessica Broomer and Rabbi Molly put together for you to celebrate with your family this special festival of lights. So please don't miss that. It is so much fun. All right, so we are going to move now to the conclusion of our service. I'm going to bring back up our Siddur, our virtual prayer book. And we're going to join together in the Aleinu. If you're following along at home in your own physical prayer books, it's on page 283. Please rise. Aleinu leshabech ladon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא שם חלקנו לייחד את שמו, וגורלנו להמליך מלכותו, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol ha'aretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo Ushmo echad. Our thoughts turn now to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. On this Shabbat evening, we remember specifically congregant David Gould, who passed away at the age of 91, leaving behind his wife, his beloved wife, Sharon, and also Audrey Fishman, beloved aunt of our congregant Elizabeth Knopf. We also remember the yardsides, the anniversary of the deaths of Elvira Adler, Jeffrey Afalter, Donald Alowitz, Jane Alpert, Mark Bassuk, Eunice Brill, Eugene Broomer, Maxfield J. Cohen, Annie Kronheim, Max Davis, Pearl Dover, Stanley V. Ehrlitz, Irving Fader, Betty Ginsburg, Robert W. Glein, Rose D. Gombe, Brian Hale, Leon Halila, Stacy Halila, Marilyn B. Herman, Shirley Knopf, Aaron Paul Lawson, Ruth Loeb, Annalise Nathan, Francis Phelps, Clara A. Resnick, Fanny Rubin, Stanley B. Tobin, Joseph D. Waldbaum, Roman L. Weil, and Susan Rachel Ziff. We join together in Kaddish Yatom, our mourner's Kaddish, and we rise as we say together in ancient words. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach yorotei v'yamlich malchutei, ve'chaychon uvyomechon uchaye dechol beit Israel, v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei de kudashah Breichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shalom rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Israel v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Israel v'imru, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. So we're going to end this evening with another Hanukkah classic, but this time not in English or in Yiddish, but in good old Hebrew. So Sevivon, it is our dreidel. And sov 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 means spin, spin, spin. And so we are going to sing this tonight. But I wanted to introduce you to one new Hanukkah custom that you may not have tried before, but this is something that our family is going to start doing, at least, during this holiday, during COVID. And that is, it's testing the traditional testing of the efficacy of your mask. And we've been told that if you can blow out a candle through your mask, then it is not adequate. So each night we're going to test our different masks that we have in the household by seeing if we can blow out our Hanukkah candles. And you're not supposed to blow out Hanukkah candles, just like Shabbat candles. You're just supposed to let them burn down. But if your mask allows you to blow out a Hanukkah candle, it's time to get a new mask. So let's give this a try. Ready? Okay, this one's good. All right. New traditions, they start every day. So we're going to end tonight with Sevivon, Sov, Sov, Sov. Josh, take us out.
Sevivon, Sov, 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 Hanukkah hu chag tov, Hanukkah hu chag tov, Sevivon, Sov, 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 Chag Simcha Ahula, Nes Gadol Haya Sham, Nes Gadol Haya Sham, Chag Simcha Ahula, Sevivon, Sov, 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 Hanukkah hu chag tov, Hanukkah hu chag tov, Sevivon, Sov, 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 Chag Simcha Ahula, Nes Gadol Haya Sham, Nes Gadol Haya Sham, Chag Simcha Ahula. Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach, Shabbat Shalom, Happy Hanukkah to you all. Thank you for being with us tonight. Josh, as always, I'm so impressed by your skills, and especially throwing in that Yiddish. I was, blown away. So thank you all for being with us tonight, and hopefully we see you tomorrow morning. Have a wonderful holiday season, and we wish you many, many joys and blessings as we go through this Festival of Lights. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Happy Hanukkah.